Okay, it's the Shark Rotator. I love it. And we talk about the latest and the greatest, the latest in the PowerFins, double brush roll technology, odor neutralizing technology, the LiftAway pod technology that we'll talk more about, a power light, a performance that is unparalleled, anti-allergen, a performance with this as well. And today, and even the LED, bright LED highlights, so whatever the mess is, no matter how big or how stinky that mess is, you notice it's not spraying. And look at that huge pile, how smelly that mess is, going into another huge pile of coffee grinds, or how dirty your floors may be. The Shark Rotator to the rescue. Amazing demo. And whether you have carpet, you have ceramic, you have tile, you have hardwood floors, you are going to use this on absolutely everything. And let me tell you the craziest part about this today. The value, the value, the value. Now, first of all, we had this last December. It came in, it sold out completely. It is back for the very first time today. This is the only Today Special of the entire year. And we're doing something that we've never done before. So you see the retails, $379, right? $380, right? We have it today at 50% off. $189.99 is your price. Right? By the way, you also have your free shipping and handling, and you have your 5 flex pay. But we're doing something that we have never done before. It literally, we are giving you a price match guarantee. Now think about this, because we always strive to bring you the best of the best prices. Now you can shop with complete confidence. Think about this. Did you know that if you find the identical Today's Special item, that you purchase from HSN for less at any one of our select online competitors, we will match the price. We have never done that before. I think that is a really, really big deal. Well, we're not going to waste any more time. We're going to get right into all of this fabulous cleaning. I'm bringing in my guests. How are you, Megan Clementi, who, by the way, has a degree in chemical engineering, so you like all that good geeky stuff.
I do like to geek out sometimes.
Yeah.
That's why I really like Shark. There's so many cool technologies, and when you learn like all the intricacies, you're like, wow, they really thought about this.
Yeah.
They listened to you and they said, okay, so you are struggling with hair wrap. How can we reinvent a brush roll? It's like, it's a brush roll. What do you do? It has bristles. No, we changed it. We made it into a squeegee so that you wouldn't have that hair wrap. They did all these cool things. So I really appreciate, from the engineering standpoint, the fact that these engineers, they're rarely satisfied. They're constantly innovating, and they're ready to make sure that they're giving you a tool so that all the things that you want to clean, you can do with just one LiftAway Advanced. So right here, I'm going to go throughout the presentation all the different technologies. This is our no-loss suction technology. So I want everyone to notice 2 things. One, that this bin is completely full. And you know, when your bin gets full at home, all of a sudden you don't have any more suction because the motor can't work as well as it should. You're going to see that that's not the case here. Also, here's the hose that's going into the handle, which means your handle has just as much suction as your base does, because your motor is going to be attached to that handle. Usually when you go into those different components, you say, well, I'm going to lose suction. We are not compromising 100%. At all. And how I'm going to show you is with all of these billiard balls.
That's awesome. And it's completely full. That's crazy.
And it's completely full. Now, with our typical Sharks, which are all amazing, I will do maybe 1 rack, and I'll throw in the cue ball. So that's 16 different billiard balls getting thrown into the mix. But in this case, we're going a little crazy for this TS, and we want you to see just how strong it is. 2 full racks of these billiard balls. That means 30 balls plus 2 more. 32 balls are all being maintained by the handle up here at the top. Now that is no loss suction.
That is impressive. And you turn it off, boom. Wow.
That is impressive.
And the most impressive part is the fact that the bin is full.
the bin is full.
Yeah.
So we're not wearing and tearing our motor. There's a reason why we give you a 5-year warranty, because it is built to last and last. So that's our no loss suction, but we have so many different technologies.
Well, that's a cool thing about this is you have, and oh, by the way, let me go over the colors. Let me go over what you get too. I mean, we're just so entranced with watching it perform. So we have the 2 color choices today. I think that's all we have. Is that right? Oh, we have 1 choice?
Bordeaux.
Bordeaux. Okay, Bordeaux is it. All right. Wow. Okay, so this is all we have. We only have the Bordeaux, but the Bordeaux, by the way, is very, very stunning, right? So you're getting the Bordeaux, and you're getting everything that comes right along with it as well. You're getting the HEPA filtration, so we'll talk more about that. You have that soft roller. You have that odor neutralizing accessory. We'll talk more about that because that's coming right along with it. A foam filter. We love that once again, so you're not going to have any of that massive hair wrap that comes with it as well. You're also getting the cover. You get the pod. You get the dust cup that comes with it. You get the extension wand also with this one. So you are getting all of it today, the handle, the hose, the whole thing. Oh, that's what I was missing.
I want to give you more.
There it is. And you're getting
Let me give you one more.
You get all of it today, as we mentioned again, at the lowest price that we have ever had. So phenomenal, phenomenal value, $189.99. And then on top of that, it is only $38 on any credit card, debit card, PayPal, Apple Pay. And then we are shipping it to you for free. So, and again, heavy.
So this is probably
Good
where I
ship
confuse
for
you,
free.
because I have 2 different vacs
Well,
right
that's
here.
what I was
and
like,
one is
oh my
white.
God, it's a different,
Okay, so this is one of our older models. We are so confident in our latest technologies that we want you to see that we are comparing it against our own Sharks, because we know how good Sharks are. So when we come out with something even better, we want you to see that, yeah, your Shark might be great at home, but if you don't have the latest technology, maybe it doesn't have everything that you want. This is an example of this. This is a great vacuum cleaner, one that is still on the market, and it does exactly what you want it to do. It gets that hair, it picks it all up. I can go and I can give this a couple more revolutions, but the problem with this one is when I kick it back. This is my #1 nemesis. I have such long hair. I feel like I shed like a dog sheds. So I'm used to having hair all over my house. And so this was like a daily nightmare for me to have to go ahead, get the scissors, cut it out, rip it out. All the allergens are back on the floor. Now I'm just vacuuming over where I just vacuumed, and it's a total frustration. With the LiftAway Advance, we have something called HairPro PowerFins.
Ooh,
These
sounds
guys
good.
Are amazing. You'll see that those rollers are now working in tandem, because it's actually 2 different rollers, our DuoClean.
Oh, it's like jumping in.
Well, because of that no-loss suction, it is so strong. But they're actually going to be cleaning itself. So I give this a couple extra revolutions, and unlike your typical vacuum cleaner, which leaves the hair strangled inside the brush roll, look at this, Miss Bobby Ray. Nothing. Now, every once in a while, you might get a hair there and over here or there, but it doesn't matter, because it's going to constantly clean itself every single revolution. And part of that is going to be these PowerFins. So when you see the animation, what you're going to notice is there's these little combs that are in the back there. It keeps the hair from winding tightly around the brush roll. Because of that, the no-loss suction is able to suck it all back. Those PowerFins are gonna separate all the carpet fibers individually. Those little micro dots, that's the latest addition, the latest advancement in those PowerFins is the micro dots.
Wow.
They kind of magnetize to anything that is in the ground, to whether it's hair or to allergens, and sweeps it into the back.
Got question for you.
Yes.
How long is the cord? It's not in my
25
card.
feet.
All right, that's a really big deal. 25-foot long cord. You know, it seems to me like 9 times out of 10 you're going to end up like with maybe 10, maybe 15.
Yeah, maybe 18.
Yeah. So this is a big 25-foot long cord. And the other thing that I'm really impressed with this, and you don't get this from a company that's maybe not giving you a great product, you have a 5-year warranty.
Yes.
5-year warranty. So right off the bat, you know what you're getting. You know you're getting the quality of Shark, and you are today getting, I mean, again, as we said, this is the lowest price we have ever had, and that we have our price guarantee too on this, which we've never ever done that. I've been here for over 41 years. We've never done a lowest price guarantee before. So you can just check that all out, lowest price guarantee. Go to the web to find out more, comparing it with our, online selected competitors. But this is a big deal. So.
It is a big deal, and this is a really gross deal. This is really gross. Okay, this is probably what your vacuum cleaner looks like right now, because most vacuum cleaners are bristle brushes. If you've ever had a hairbrush, a bristle hairbrush, you know exactly what happens when your hair gets wrapped in your hairbrush.
Yeah.
It no longer can get to your scalp to actually brush through your hair. Same thing with your brush roll. This can no longer penetrate your carpet fibers. So you think you're doing all this work and you're cleaning your carpets, but you are not getting to the bottom.
Because it can't get there, right?
And if you have any kind of musty or yucky or pet smell, it's because all that stuff is still jammed into the bottom of your carpet. This is a chance to go from bristle to squeegee. This is the difference, you guys. Just like the bristle brush, it's like a broom. Those individual bristles are going to do the job and swipe away the dirt, but unfortunately they're all really small and they leave all these gaps in between. That is very different from what we have done with our PowerFins. It's more like a squeegee, and it's gonna give you direct impact from one side all the way to the other. So when I put it down and I do one swipe,
holy cow.
that's the difference.
That
now
is the
everything
difference.
is absolutely gone. We have direct engagement. We're not leaving anything behind.
You know, and that's when you look at it too, you know that you're like on a carpet, for example, you're getting right down deep into the fibers and to the base of the fibers, right? So you're really pulling up anything that's been lodged in your carpet. That's why one of those before and afters that we tell you, even get it home, right? Get it home, vacuum it with your old vacuum, whatever kind of vacuum it is. I like that we do our comparison shark to shark, and then you will see an amazing difference, because this is, again, the newest, it's the latest, it's the greatest, you're getting the greatest technology. But, and when we had in December, it sold out completely, but today, it is the lowest price it's ever been, and we will not do another Today special this year.
No. It's not coming back for 2024 is what I've been told. So once it sells out, it is done, it is gone. I did want to go ahead and mention this because you just talked about the cord, and someone actually reached out to Val about the cord and how it wraps up. So this little piece right here just flips around. So when you're doing it, you're simply just gonna wrap it around like so. And when you're done, or excuse me, when you wanna use it again, this flips down so that you can just take the whole thing and drop it. You don't have to unwind it. So that's just another little nifty thing that they did. Also, when it comes time to wanting to vacuum, there is a little hook up here. So I know people are worried about running over the cord. Don't be worried about it.
That's a great idea.
It hooks in there, and then you can just hold it or you can let it be, and now you can feel confident about not running over the power cord.
Love it, love it,
All right, I'm gonna come over here.
Let's do it, because again, it doesn't matter what the floor is, Arthur, right? We talk about heavy carpets, thin carpets, Berber, whatever, hardwood floors, ceramic floors, tile floors, it'll do it all.
We're gonna do it all, and we're gonna go high, low, and in the middle, because we have the ability for the LiftAway. I wanna touch base on this because so many of you have cats, so many of you have dogs, and that means that you know there's a little bit of a smell going on in your house, whether it's from the hair or the dirt or the pet food, there is something going on. But this odor neutralizer will be your best friend. You're gonna see it has this little arrow right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift this up and I'm gonna match the arrows together so they're nice and snug. Now I'm gonna dial more scent or less scent. This is not to fragrance your home. This is actually to neutralize the odor that is within the canister of your LiftAway Advance. So I want you to imagine you have cleaned up, you know, fish food and dander, and maybe you had leftover broccoli that fell on the floor the night before. It's all up in here. You put it in your closet for a week. The next time you take it out and you turn it on, all that exhaust comes out of here and you go, oh, what is that?
Exactly.
It's the leftovers in your canister. So now with that odor neutralizer, there is no leftover odor. We have neutralized it so that doesn't happen anymore. So when you decide that you're gonna make a difference in your home, you are literally gonna cut through the stinky, you're gonna cut through the smelly, and we're gonna get rid of it once and for all.
Nice. Look at, and notice, okay, one pass, not spitting, not spewing, okay, and huge mounds. I mean, I think this is the most impressive to me too. Look at that. And the same thing, it gets up absolutely every single bit of it. You know what that means for you? You're gonna vacuum less. Less time, you're vacuuming better, it's gonna cut right, you're just moving quicker, and you're knowing, again, that you're picking up everything. Having that pod, what a huge difference, because then it's keeping all the smells and all the odors inside the vacuum, so they're not dispelled throughout your entire home.
Yeah, exactly. You said, look at that mound, so I thought you would want a bigger mound.
Good, a big
so
mound.
I'm giving you a bigger mound, and we're gonna get that mound, and we're gonna tell them that you're nothing compared to Shark. We got you.
You don't stand a chance.
And boom. Three passes in 3 different places, right? One down the middle, on the left and the right, and it's done. But now I have the ability. I take this little red button that's over on the side, I push it one more time so it's all the way down. I go into carpet mode. Crafters, bakers, you know what happens when you get a pile of anything? You want to get on the floor and pick it up with your hand, scoop it up and throw it away. This is how thick. Look, it goes all the way to my second knuckle.
It's going to pick all that up.
It's going to pick all of that.
That is impressive. Oh my gosh, that's impressive. My vacuum cannot do that.
But think about it. How many things are we getting off the ground right now? We're getting cereal, which is bigger. We got those tri-beads, which are huge. We have pet hair. We have confetti, things that could literally fly away if they had the right kind of wind. But instead of flying away, it's all getting sucked up into that extra large bin. And that extra large bin has a purpose, right? We want you to get an upright because you want to clean your home in its entirety without having to constantly release the bin because it gets full.
Exactly. I love the carpet lines too. And you really only get good carpet lines when you have a vacuum that can get like really down deep. You have a 5-year warranty and it weighs only a little over 14 pounds. So again, easy to maneuver, but it's the power. And again, as we talk about it, it's all the new, the latest, the greatest. Those PowerFins were the latest brush technology that you're getting. When talking about that odor neutralizing, which is such a big deal. The anti-allergen, which is really important. So it's holding all of that dust and dirt inside the vacuum.
Let's talk about that. We just picked up all that dust and dander and all that pet stuff.
Right.
So if you have a vacuum cleaner and you're always sneezing afterwards, there's 2 things that could happen. You either don't have a filtration system, so all of it's pluming up and you're taking it in, so it's kicking up your allergies. Or you might have a filtration system, but you don't have a complete seal. Again, thank you, Shark engineers. What they have done is they've made it so that every component, because this is plastic connected to aluminum, connected to something else, but anywhere where there's a connection, it is completely sealed off so that those little tiny microns cannot escape. When we talk about true HEPA filtration, that's 99.97% of all the particulates in the air down to 0.3 microns. So if something is 0.4 microns, it is not escaping from here. And that is so tiny. So now you don't have to worry about that. That is the anti-allergen complete seal.
Love that. Question for you, Megan. The brush roll, is it self-cleaning?
Yeah. Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
All right,
so as you're coming through here, you're going to see that there's nothing being left behind. That's because every single rotation that takes place, it's not able to have things locked down because of those combs. So it'll clean itself each and every time, which is amazing.
Love it.
Over here,
love it.
Couple things to point out. Number 1, we got fur. Our pet fur along the base. We also have these big mounds. We also have wood, something that we want to protect. A lot of times with our vacuum cleaners, we get a little nervous with the bristles that they'll scratch.
I'm so afraid it's going to scratch it.
So I want you to see soft roller brush right here that's going to glide across your wood. You also are going to have edge-to-edge cleaning with direct contact, and there's no plastic piece. With no plastic piece, it means I'm not just going to bulldoze over these mounds. I'm going to literally steamroll them and suck all of them up, and where nothing's going to be left behind. So as I'm going, boom, 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 and it is gone. Woo! How amazing is that? So you can think about all the different messes that you could have, whether it is maybe in the garage, if you have someone that is always sawing things, you have sawdust everywhere, all those particulates really fly around all over the place. You can see with those LED lights how highlighted those itty-bitty particles are. So we're getting the big, but we're also getting those really fine particles, herbs, our fake snow. I mean, this is stuff that I would never put in my house previously because I know, especially with my children, it would end up in every single room in the house.
And you look at it all year because you can't pick it up.
Right, because you can't get rid of it.
Wow,
but you know what? I just did. I got rid of it in one line, and you're
amazing.
You know when you're little, you do the crafting with like all the sand art? I feel like that's what you see here.
I know.
All my sand art, like, look at everything.
It does. It looks incredible.
we got the dirt and the dander and the sand and the glitter.
This vacuum is amazing. Amazing. And I just share with everyone out there that if you know, maybe you haven't thought about a vacuum, even if you haven't, I hope you'll take a moment and think about this today. Number one, Shark. When you hear the name, you know it's power, right? But what we are doing, and we have never done this before, we've taken a vacuum that we actually had in December, came in, sold out completely. We have it at the lowest price ever. It is 50% off. The lowest price ever, number one. And then something we've also never done before, a price guarantee. Okay, we've never done this in all the years I've been here on any item at all. So think about this. If you find this similar vacuum at our today's special price, anywhere out there, if you happen to find it for less money, you got a price guarantee that we will protect it for you. So, and I think this is such a big deal. We've never, ever done anything like that. And again, you know, it's just, we will match that price. So simply visit hsn.com. You can get the terms. There it is. You can get more of the information on it. But that's really important. And the fact that you're getting a vacuum with, you know, again, handle versus wand.
Yeah.
Right, easy to use, powerful, going through piles, so it's not just little pieces, and it's everything from like big mounds to fine little particles, which means, again, in that carpet, get down in the carpet. But if you do have like a fine wood floor, I have wood floors upstairs, and I just put them in the side of our house. You're always worried about anything scratching them and anything ruining them. When you look at the PowerFin, and the PowerFins are new, and they're like a squeegee, so they're soft.
They're like a squeegee, and so they're making direct contact. They're scooping everything up. But when you're talking about the really fine stuff, that's when that soft roller is going to come into play as well, because it's really going to magnetize to all of that fine powder. But of course, that suction is just so darn strong that it's going to suck it back. This is such a great example of utilizing that DuoClean. What you see over here next to you, Bobby, again, we love our rotator. We love this older Shark. It's a super favorite model, but it does have this plastic piece in the front. What that tells me is that I can't see what's happening in there. So if I kick this back, I see now that there are some bristles. That means we don't have a direct engagement the entire time like we do with the PowerFins, that squeegee technique.
Exactly.
We also might worry a little bit about the quality of our floors if we're running bristles on it versus the sponge,
right.
the squeegee.
Scratching it.
So scratching it. So I'm gonna show you what's gonna happen. We're gonna go ahead and kick back our older technology. You'll notice we have some dust on here, and that dust is disappearing, but the stuck-on dust is not. This is like the dust floating on top of the dust. So I gave it.
You can still see it. Yeah.
You can still see it. In fact, the cleanest part is what the wheels have picked up.
I know.
And you know what that means? It means I'm going to take that to the other part of my house, and now those allergens are going to be spread throughout my house. This is still super yucky. This is still a definite mess. Ew. Now I'm going to come along with the LiftAway Advance, and I want you to get a really good look of this soft roller. And we're going to do one pass up, one pass back. We're gonna see the difference. And yes, please look at those LED lights, because my goodness, they magnify everything. All right, so here we go.
All right.
What do you think's gonna happen, Bobby?
I think it's gonna blow it away. Look at, oh my gosh, that's the color of the floor? Wow.
So it does not polish, but it actually looks like a polished clean. This is what we want to happen. I do not want to be on my hands and knees. I do not want to put chemicals on the ground.
Look at the difference.
I'm gonna come on over to yucky. You see how yucky is? It's okay, because now I have a LiftAway Advance. This might be left behind from your old vacuum cleaner, but when you get your new Shark, you're gonna realize it did not have to be that way. That is such a huge difference. So again,
that is an amazing
we don't want
difference.
you on your hands and knees.
And by the way, right on the top over here, you also, there's a little switch where you can switch it from your hard floor to your carpet, because we have a lot of people who always ask about that. There it is, right there. So it's very, very easy to go from one to the other.
Why don't we talk about that really quick? So you're gonna have your handle, one touch button right up here at the top. We already talked about the fact that your wire clips.
Perfect.
Here's your handle. We move down to the middle. That's gonna be your wand release. One button and your wand is out. Use with or without your attachments. And then here at the bottom on the other side, I don't even have to bend over. It has this little foot pedal. I push the foot pedal. That's how I go into LiftAway mode.
Perfect.
So everything is really super easy to use, very intuitive, and where your hand is where it's happening. And last, a thing that people don't realize is is up here we have max suction and a minimum suction. So when we tell you we want you to do your whole house, we mean you can even do your more delicate items like your drapes or your specialty pillows.
Exactly.
What you're gonna do is move this onto the minimum suction.
Okay.
It'll cut the suction down so it's not as strong.
So I suck up the whole pillow.
Exactly, because we know there are some things that are more delicate. It's like washing your, by hand, just some of your clothes because it's more delicate. We're giving you that delicate cycle even with this.
Perfect, perfect.
I'm gonna scooch this over.
And again, I love that we're doing our comparison with another Shark. And look, it's a great vacuum, and you can actually watch it, right? And you can say it's picking up. You go back a couple of times to get it. You got it, all right? But then there's this, and how many of us have been there, right? With the little scissors, trying to cut out all the hair. Look at how the Shark, just grabs it, the LiftAway picks it all up. But the good news for you when you're done is that you're not going to see what you're seeing over here. Nothing wraps around it. It doesn't stick. Because it's basically like a squeegee, it doesn't get stuck.
Yeah, look at that. That is nice and clear. That is what you want to happen. And as long as it keeps revolving, those little combs are gonna keep working to clean it a little bit more each and every time. Those PowerFins are gonna keep working to penetrate your carpets deeper than they ever were penetrated before. If you have, if you moved into a place that has carpeting and you're not utilizing a LiftAway Advanced, you will be surprised what you find in that carpeting that did not belong to you.
Look at how big this
your
pile
finger
is.
nearly disappears in that mound.
Look at how thick. Just so you can see how thick these mounds are. Ridiculous. Look at that. All right, and okay, so you can see how thick they are.
If I didn't have DuoClean, I would have that plastic right here, and it would literally just push my mound around and kind of flatten it out, but it would still be everywhere.
All right,
with DuoClean, we literally just steamroller over it, and it's totally gone. We turn it from a hill into a prairie.
That is incredible. 4,000 have now been spoken for. And look, and you can just see it doesn't spew, it doesn't spit, it grabs it. But the cool thing is, that we showed you from our very first demonstration, even when the bin is full, you are still going to continue to get full suction power. The graphic on the screen, yes, you're like, well, price match guarantee? Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. We've never, ever done this before. It's the first time ever. And we wanted to make sure to bring you the very, 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 very best value, and guaranteed every day. So no question about it, with your price match guarantee, that you are getting that. And again, look at the bin. And how do I empty the bin?
Very simply.
Okay.
Get your trash can. We'll put it right over here. There is a gray button. Always look for the gray button. The gray button will lead you to the right places. You push it, and it's gonna open up right into the trash can.
Perfect.
You flip it closed, and you put it back in.
You don't have to touch anything, which is
You don't have to touch anything. I know we only have so much time, so I want to jump in here really quick. And as we're talking about stuff, I want you to see that this is totally empty. There is nothing inside. We have a brand new bin, right? This is what I want you to do at home. When you get your LiftAway Advanced, I want you to put your vacuum cleaner to the test against your LiftAway Advanced. Because so often we look at our floors and we say, well, it's clean.
Yeah, that looks
I don't need to clean this. It already is clean. That's because that's how it looks. But the shaggier your rug, the older your rug, the more likely you have dirt hidden deep down inside. If you have those bristle rollers, remember, if there's hair on it, it's not penetrating your carpet. So then you have to wonder, what are you doing when you work so hard to clean your floors? What are you actually leaving behind?
Good point.
Well, when you get your LiftAway Advanced, you're gonna find out, because you're gonna lift everything up with your original vacuum cleaner. And then you're gonna go ahead and do it with your brand new LiftAway Advanced. And you're gonna be absolutely appalled.
Oh my gosh, out of a clean carpet.
Appalled at what is hiding and lurking inside.
Okay, well, I know we have hundreds of people. Thank you so much, so many people that are shopping. We are going to run a Protection Plus video to tell you a little bit more about that. And then we're gonna come back and tell you a lot more about our fabulous, fabulous Shark. Stay tuned.